Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. So we have learned about the concepts of CSS transitions and also the CSS animations. These are all the things we have learned it. Now I think you people have a better idea about the transitions and the animations, how in the pure CSS we can implement it. Now let's try to implement the same concept in the Angular. So our project, back to our project which we are trying to implement the courses thing, right? So now if you try to see here, the requirement is what I want we to implement is, if I refresh this page, right now the courses are not loaded, right? After some time the courses are getting loaded. This one normally how it will be happening is, you will be getting the data from the backend API. You need to wait for some time, and up to that time you need to show some loading bar or anything, you need to show it. And afterwards when the data came back from the API, we need to show the details. This is normal common process. Now when I refresh here, we need to show a loading bar, and when the courses are loaded, we need to hide the loading bar or we need to remove the loading bar. This is the concept which we need to implement. That too we have to implement in an animation thing. Let's implement this one. For this one, what we need to do is, we need to go to the courses.component.ts file or HTML file. Here we are loop overing each course and we are showing it. When we will loop over this each course, when the courses are available, when the courses data is available, then we will loop over each one and we'll do it. If the courses are not available, then either it may be trying to get the data from the API, or the courses itself are not present. So for this reason, what we can do is, we can go to the component file, and here I will be using one variable courses loaded. For the first time being, it will be false. Okay, when we get the courses, so here you can say courses loaded is equal to true, whether you may be getting the courses or not. So courses loaded is true. Now here let's go here, and here I will add one div, and I will add a class of loading bar. I have added a loading bar, and at the bottom we will have another one, class is equal to loading bar element. I will use a loading bar element or progress, anything whichever it may be. So these are the two things which I will be trying to implement a loading. And here we will be having ngif. When we need to show this one is ngif when not of courses loaded. We will be having this one, right? Courses loaded. So this variable, when it is false only, we need to show it. At the starting it will be false only. Now let's try to refresh this page. If you try to refresh this page, you will not see anything. Why? Because we have made the loading bar, but the data is not yet present, or the CSS we haven't implemented it. We are not loading the courses here. Okay, now what I need to do is, we need to implement the CSS for this one. Let's go here into our CSS file. Let's go to the courses.css file here in this one, and here I will be writing the code. Okay, so for writing this code, what I need to do is, I went to the settings, courses. So yeah, here. Now here loading bar. For the loading bar, we need to write the CSS. For this loading bar, what I will try to do is, let's say that width I will give it as 100 pixel, and the height will be around 20 pixel, and the border I will give it as 1 pixel solid black. Okay, this is the loading bar which I will be trying to load it. Now if you try to see here, this is the loading bar. Here it is going away. Fine, let's make it available. Afterwards you will apply this ngif condition. First let's design this one. Yeah, now if you try to see here, this is the loading bar. We need to make it center. Okay, let's try to grab it center. For this one, what I can do is, I can apply margin of auto. Okay, I have applied margin of auto. Now try to see here, this will be in the center. Now inside this one, what we need to do is, now I need to load it with some color, fill it with color, and this color has to fill it all the time. So it's in the animation thing. Now what I can do is, for this one, that's why I took the loading bar element, loading bar hyphen element. And for this one, let's say that first one width will be in the 100 pixel, or otherwise let's say width is 100 pixel. Okay, and height is also 20 pixel, same height. And I want to fill it with a background color. Background color is say light blue or sky blue or anything. Now let's see how the output will look like. If you try to see the output, it is looking like this, and the border is coming out of this one. Why? Because by default Bootstrap will take it as a box sizing border box, Let's try to implement for this one box sizing as content box, so that the 20 pixel height and all those things will take. So here, now here the entire thing is filled. So fine, this one is looking fine. Now here this width, what is this one is 100%, 100 pixel is there, right? It should animate. So 0 to 100 pixel, again 0 to 100 pixel, like this it needs to fill animation thing. For that reason, what we will try to do is, here I will implement a keyframes, and here I will be adding a loading, okay, and here I will take the 0%. So this one is width is 0 pixel. So for the first time it will be 0 pixel, and when it goes to the 100%, it will be width will be 100 pixel, okay. So 100 pixel. Already the Copilot has given me the suggestions. Now we need to implement an animation here. Animation loading 2 seconds, or we'll make it as 1 second, linear, and also we are trying to do it as infinite. So we are implementing this one as an infinite. Now let's try to see. Now if you try to see here, so we have achieved a simple animation thing, simple animation using our keyframes concept. What we have learned previously, we have implemented this one. Now let's try to implement this ngIf condition. Now if you add ngIf condition again, now see how it will happen. Now loading is coming, immediately it will go away. It's looking very nice, right? If you want to implement that loading symbol going oscillating to and fro means, you can also do it like this. For example, let's say that if you go to our component.css, anything, so I will try to comment out this one so that you can have it for reference when I commit it. And here the same code, I will use the keyframes, loading, okay, loading, and for this one 0%, I want to implement transform, okay, transform, translate x, first time it will be 0, and here I will be having something like 50%, okay, and I will implement something like transform again, translate x, I will use the translate x of something like 50 pixel. I will show you why it is 50 pixel, and last one is the 100 pixel, 100%, and I will implement the transform translate x of 0. Fine, right? So now the width of this one should be, for the loading bar element, instead of having the 100 pixel, why it is 100 pixel loading bar element, okay, I want to show it, right? So that is the reason. So width of this one should be something around 50 pixel, half of the size. That is the reason we are moving. Now this one will be looping over infinitely. Now if you try to see here, let's refresh this one. See here, this is doing like this. So this depends on your capability, or this depends on your logic, how you want to implement it. That is all up to you. Now we have implemented a simple loading bar using the CSS animations. So that this is how we will be implementing in the Angular. Now what I will do is, I will commit this all the code in our new branch video-22, and here let's press enter, and implemented a loading bar, okay, loading bar animation. We have did it on our own by scratch. So let's commit this all the code, and I am publishing this branch. If whoever may be having a doubts in this one, so they can, for the reference or anything, code reference, if you want, you can go to this particular branch, and here you can go to the video, whichever the branch video you are trying to observe, you can go to that particular branch and you can observe the code for the reference. So hope you understood about this animation thing. I'm implementing the loading bar in our Angular app. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.